Good evening, I'm Patrick Myers, this is Charles Popke, and welcome to Duck TV Sports.
This weekend, the Oregon volleyball team flew south to face tough matches against USC and UCLA. On Friday night, they came up short 3-1 to the third-ranked team in the nation. Elena Bergsma did score her 4th double-double of the season. The next day, they lost again to number 6 UCLA, 3-1 as well. However, they led a balanced attack on offense with 4 players scoring 10-plus kills for the Ducks. This weekend, they come home to face Washington State and second-ranked University of Washington here at Matt Knight Arena.
This Saturday, the Ducks hosted number 18 Arizona State, and which could be a preview for the Pac-12 championship game. Oregon fans were sure fired up, and so were Chip Kelly and the Ducks. In the first quarter, D'Anthony Thomas got a pitch from Darren Thomas for a 16-yard touchdown run that tied the game at 7-7. The Sun Devils answered right back. Brock Osweiler completed a 26-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver Mike Wiley. All-American Cliff Harris made ASU pay with an interception and a 50-yard run back that led to another Oregon touchdown. With the second TD of the night, D'Anthony Thomas ran in for a 3-yard rushing touchdown. The Ducks remain hot with a 41-27 victory over Arizona State.
For the second consecutive week, the Ducks saw one of their star players go down with an injury, but Coach Kelly and his players didn't think that there would be a letdown between the first and second strings.
I think they did a real good job of it. They understand that people getting banged up is part of the game.
But that's a characteristic of this team. We have depth. That's a quality that most teams don't have. And so when one player goes down, we have players that can step in, and that performance is good. So, we're a blessed team.
Coach Kelly also said that despite leaving the game, quarterback Darren Thomas wanted to come back, but Coach Kelly didn't want to force the issue and left him out. For Duck TV, this is Mary Popish. Back to you guys.
The Ducks head to Boulder this Saturday to play Colorado at 12:30.
Also, the basketball program hosted its first ever Matt Knight Madness at Matt Court this weekend. For more news on that, we send it out to Lauren Nelson.
Thanks, guys. We had an exciting night here tonight at Matt Knight Arena for Matt Knight Madness. Hundreds of fans awaited their 2011-2012 Oregon men and women's basketball teams. Came out with energy tonight, exciting the fans. The pit crew taught everyone some new chants, and a few lucky people went home with some specially made Air Jordan 3s. It was a successful night here at Matt Knight Arena. Back to you guys.
Now back to football. This week's edition of Pack and Heat, we now send it to Chris, Jenny, and Preston.
Thanks, guys. I'm Chris. Here with Preston and Jenny, we're going to talk a little Ducks football. The Ducks defeated the Sun Devils last week, in large part thanks to contributions from freshmen. Over 20 freshmen have played this year for the Ducks, which is truly astounding. Preston, who's been the impact freshman for you this year?
Well, my impact freshman is D'Anthony Thomas. When you think about it, a year ago, this guy's playing football at Crenshaw High School, Southern California, and now he's on one of the biggest stages in college football, Autzen Stadium, prime time, and ESPN audience. And he had 2 touchdowns, both on the ground, one up the middle and one on an option pitch from Darren Thomas. And he's also great in the receiving game as well as returning kicks. And his versatility has really been key to Oregon's success so far.
Yeah, D'Anthony's really electrifying. He was the MVP of last week's game. Jenny, who's been the standout freshman for you this year?
My pick would be Brian Bennett. It's the third quarter. The Ducks are behind by 3. Who else to put in but Bennett? I think he was an amazing choice, and he also did some superb things while in the game. He rushed for 65 yards himself and allowed the team to rush for 263. Next week we're playing Colorado. We know Darren Thomas is probably going to be okay with his injury, but it's also good to know that we have talent that goes as deep as Bennett in our team, so it's really comforting to know that.
Yeah, and over 60,000 fans watched the game in Autzen, which is a new school record. So that's all the time we have. Back to you guys.
Thanks, guys. The women's soccer team went down to Tempe, Arizona to take on the Sun Devils and got shot out 4-0. Sun Devils scored first at the 12-minute mark and then again at the 40. They shot 3 more times, which really kept putting pressure on the Oregon defense before the half. When they came back, they continued their offensive attack, shooting 4 times before finally scoring again at the 67 and at the 75-minute mark. That's all the time we have for today. Be sure to tune in next week for full volleyball highlights. For Patrick Myers, I'm Chalice Popke. Stay tuned for more Duck TV.